Good morning, Mountain.Truth. It's Wednesday, March 19th, and today I just wanted to talk to you about setting goals and the power of setting goals. This is one of the most important things that you can do to start taking steps to where you want to go, to conquering the mountain, is setting those goals, right? So just to get into it, for myself, for Mountain.Truth, Jeremiah, one of the goals that we have is to complete the 10-mile traverse, peaks 1 through 10, clean in a minimal amount of time without injury or anybody getting sick, right? So that's a big goal. It's something that requires effort, time, planning, and that's because the goal has been set as, a really big challenge. And that's my advice to you, is when you're setting a goal, you don't want to set a goal that is easily achievable. There's no power in that. You have to set goals that are either just outside of your reach or almost unattainable. I personally like the grandiose goals. Myself personally, I don't know if I'm ever going to do this, but I have this goal of possibly becoming an ultra marathon runner, right? So, that's pretty grandiose. It's going to take a lot of effort to possibly get there. With that, another goal that I have is living till 150, right? Probably not going to happen, but that goal sets up the next 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, however much time I have, right? To get to 150, I have to live a healthier lifestyle. I have to eat a little bit cleaner. I have to be good on mind, body, spirit. I have to be connected to the world around me, right? There's more involved than just saying, hey, I'm going to live till 150. It's what comes along with that. Now, that goal also goes on with the becoming and possibly an ultra marathon runner, right? I love to hike. I love being out there in the mountains, and I love that challenge. So to be a top level athlete like that, the same lifestyle has to apply. So I have multiple goals that align on the same path that I want to get to, or that I want those goals to push me towards. Now, with that, right, let's take the Mountain.Truth goal of being able to do peaks 1 through 10, 10-mile traverse. First, right, can you get to peak 1? Can you get to peaks 1 through 4, 1 through 8, then 8 to 10, right? What's that mileage look like? Having a goal that is really tough is super important. So, for instance, the past 5 years, the goal has been to complete the 10-mile traverse. We've gotten to 1 through 9 the past few years. And I love that goal is so challenging that it hasn't been completed yet. It's a tough goal, and that's honestly what's propelled my training and my craft behind Mountain.Truth for the past 4 years. Is we went up there the first time, it looks great from the road. Looking up at it, you're like, oh yeah, I can do that. And then you get up there and you realize the time it takes to actually get to peak 1 alone, and then to start the traverse. And if you don't know where you're going, that takes more time. And so we've had to get up there multiple times and build our experience. And each time I go up there and we do this, more of the planning and training phase gets built in, because now I know more and more of what I need to do. And that's the power of that goal. It's something that's tough. It's not easily achievable. Even people that live up there say it's a tough goal, and I think it's a phenomenal goal for continuing to push myself. These goals that I have for myself and for Mountain.Truth, they're not easy, and so that's what I wanted to talk to today, is the power of having really grandiose goals. Almost, you have to live that way. Why play small? Life is bigger than us. It's bigger than what we can physically see. There's so much out there, but we only get one life, right? Don't play small. You have to set your goals big. Now, the cool thing about setting goals that are big is that along the way, it's going to set other goals, right? So let's take the ultra marathon running, right? That's 100 miles or 50 plus miles, anything more than your normal marathon, right? Well, can I run a marathon? No, not yet. Getting there. Can I run a half marathon? Just about. I'm maybe 1 mile off, right? Can I run 6 miles? Okay, there. And, it starts building it. And so you start with, can I go 1 mile? Can I get 4 miles? Can I get 6 miles? Can I get 8 miles? Okay, next goal, can I get 10 miles? Where I'm at too right now on that goal is consistently being able to do those things. Can I consistently go out and run the 7 miles day after day, every other day, with the rest of the training regimen? Consistently being able to do those things, I think, is super important to your goals. You can't just say, okay, yep, ran a mile, check that off, never have to do that again. Or, yep, I did the marathon part, never going to have to do that again. Because the reality is, in that particular goal, I'm going to have to run so many more miles than just that one marathon that one time. Or, it has to be a daily consistent grind. And that's really made a powerful impact on my life. Those goals that are set have really made positive changes. I'm eating healthier, I'm living a better life, I'm happier, home, work. Those things that I'm trying to achieve are pushing me to be a better person. And that is the power of the goals. That is the power of having huge goals. Yeah, you can go and set your small goals, and that's what we want. You want to have small goals, but those small goals should be leading to something bigger, right? So goals are super important. If you're going to go hike, to Everest, that's a huge goal. What does that take? Now, when I look at setting up goals such as that, right, I like walking backwards from it, just like the 10-mile traverse, Everest, or the 10-mile traverse, or running an ultramarathon. It's, okay, what does the total mileage look like? Okay, and let's start working back. What's the elevation that I'm going to be required to be at for how long? How long am I going to be on trail? There's so many factors there that start filling into your planning and training, and start working towards those goals when you start working backwards. If you start working backwards, once you set a goal, your docket is going to get filled up. You're going to have check marks automatically because you're working, like I said, with the marathon, the ultra marathon, right? There's a set of goals there, technically, that if I wanted to really pursue that hardcore, then I have to achieve those steps before I even get there, right? Can I do a 3K? Can I do a 5K? Can I go do a 10K? Can I go do a half marathon? Can I go do a marathon? Can I do multiple marathons? Multiple weekends maybe in a row, right? Getting ready for that longer road race, stage race. How long can I push myself out on trail? How long are my runs when I'm training? So the power of goal is so important. They can be life-changing, and it's just a matter of seeing where you want to go, where you are, and where you've been. That's going to really help you set your goals, and even running through that process while you're working towards your goals. Okay, I'm working towards it. Where am I now? Where have I come from? And how much more do I still have to go? It's so important to make sure we're analyzing where we're at when we're working on those goals. So anyways, guys, last time I was talking about just going, just doing the thing. But what is the thing, right? You have to know what your thing is, and that is where your goal setting comes in, right? And once you set your goal, then start just going, doing the thing. But you have to know where you're going. All right, guys, what's your mountain? Have a good one.